So I think one of the more dangerous things that we've got going on at the moment, right, when it comes to things like race and that, is that, like, obviously social media makes us feel as though we're not valued in society. And then having this perspective, people tend to need to reach out to seek validation, right? Human beings need to feel as though they have a greater sense of value than they actually do, because of the way that social media is emphasizing that need. And so racial connotations are a side effect of this, because being able to be racist, especially from a white supremacist perspective, given the history that we're taught in school, it allows one to enable the release of those particular chemicals, right? So with having those releases of chemicals, it accelerates racial overtones, and also makes us feel a part of a group dynamics. And so that's drastically dangerous in the situation that we're in, especially with the youngins in there, right? So a lot of the brothers, a lot of the man them will feel as though they have a sense of authority and power, whereas young people will look up to them. The young people will feel as though they're not only included, but they feel valued, right? They feel a sense of value that they don't ultimately receive from social media and these other things. And that's a society that we're in at the moment, right? We have to ultimately approach it very delicately, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, right? And this is where I say that it's vitally important for safeguards to be in place through mechanisms such as governments, and that even though, when I was younger, I used to oppose the control mechanisms, but then I actually came to realize that these mechanisms are what actually protects us in the overall long run, right? Even though they can do stuff, right? People can try to do whatever, right? Even including riots and whatnot and all this and that, but that can always be controlled, right? Given the necessary attributes. But the way that social media is having the influences on us, and obviously the control is justified in line with the preset procedures that we as humans, or we as the people, or we as the adults, or the reasonably thinking individuals in society who have been responsible for leading us towards the right way so far, have put in place, not only for our protection but for overall well-being.